Yes, people, welcome back to BBK Sports. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Glad to have you. What we saying, people? It is Monday. Premier League season is almost upon us. Season kicks off in 4 days. Liverpool with the curtain raiser, and they kick off the season on Friday against who does Liverpool have? I think they have whoever they have. I'm sure it's 3 points. I am sure it's 3 points, whoever they have. That is right, Mr. Batter. What are we saying? Big up to AJ, big up to Bluebird, big up to Alvin in the building. I should have the schedule open, shouldn't I, to see who has who? Because there is a prediction show this weekend on the warm up with me and the Waffle Don. And yeah, there's a lot of overreaction to the Liverpool Pens yesterday, to the Liverpool performance in general. Like what? Do we not expect Liverpool to do Liverpool things? I mean, in all honesty, when the teams don't win the Community Shield is when they actually go on to win the league. AFC Bournemouth at Anfield. Oh Lord, God bless them. Pray for them. Yes, people. Transfer talk is supposedly heating up, unless you're Arsenal Football Club, right? I see transfers this morning of Savinho to Tottenham. See Jack Grealish, flop Grealish. Maybe now and only now, Man City fans would actually admit that that boy was a giant flop for £100 million. Anyone else get paid that type of money and score 12 goals in 4 seasons would be labeled flop of the century. We've seen Nico Pepe get beat with the flop brush. We've also seen Jadon Sancho, Anthony, which are rightfully flops, by the way. Rightfully flops. But this is what happens when you win. Win covers up a lot, doesn't it? Because based on performance, oh my God. Yeah, I'm not making that up, people. Jack Grealish has scored 12 Premier League goals for Man City in 4 years as an attacking player. But he's going to Everton, I suppose, which is more or less his level, if we're going to be fair. But that's how important winning is. Winning can cover up 4 goals in 12 years, and everyone thinks you're a world beater. Big up to AJ in the buildings, and please like this. Yes, people like the stream. Please like the stream. Got a couple of admin notes later on in the stream, but big up to you, man. Big up to Vigilante in the building. Vigilante the gamer. Make sure you are subscribing, and there it is. AJ already put Vigilante's link in the stream. Big up, man, every single time. Bluebird, AJ, Mr. Batters. So what we saying, again? Big up to Taryn in the chat. Big up to you, Mr. Batters. Legend. Yeah. Lot to get into, man. Generational cooking this morning from the Southern Gooner. The Southern Gooner and egal. It was a generational cooking. And more to follow on that later, because me and the Waffle Don had toughed on something. Yeah, Bournemouth at home. That's 3 points, is it? 3 points in the bag. Because if it's not 3 points in the bag, you better come to the carpet. You have to answer for your crime against football. All the settings made for City to land your boy Rodyrgo. Now it's my boy. It's not your boy anymore, Mr. Batter. Don't Liverpool are not linked with Rodyrgo anymore. Because remember, we talked about Rodyrgo, Isak, Salah front line. And we said that is a cheat code. We cannot allow that to happen. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Batter. This worries me. I am as worried about it now I was when he was linked to you, man. Because if he goes to either place, I think it's bad for the rest of the league. But if you're Liverpool, you still have something to say about this, right? Then let's say it. Let's say Rodri, they sell Savinho, or sell Savinho to Tottenham, which is a head raiser in and of itself. Like, whoa, what are we doing? But say they sell Savinho to City, to Tottenham. Liverpool goes in for him. City goes in for him. Where does he go? If you are Rodyrgo and you have the pick of the bunch. And let's throw you, just for the sake of argument, I am an Arsenal fan. Let's throw Arsenal in there. You throw Arsenal in there and say, hey, Slovenia, Arsenal, not Slovenia, Rodyrgo, Arsenal, City, Liverpool. You have to rank them in what order you put them in. I'm pretty sure Arsenal will be third on his list. And it will be a literal toss up between City and Liverpool. Because it's a lot of these guys want to be able to say they played for Pep. I think that's a real thing with these modern day footballers. Right. When Pep was in La Liga, he was, easy pull. Now he goes to Man City. Man City have no problem paying big wages. But Liverpool are the Premier League champions. Liverpool have stacked up. Liverpool are probably going to get Isak after Monday Night Football, after match week 2. That's when I predict Isak will go there. Vigilante. Big up, man. But where does he go? Big up to Wahaha. 6 days. 6 days until the Xerxes constellation goal. That's what we're saying. But where does he go? If you are Rodyrgo, I'm looking at it like City or Liverpool. Which one? You have the pick of the bunch. It's an attractive offer. I wonder if Real Madrid fans feel some type of way. Because most Real Madrid fans I know don't want to see him go. Because of he has the quality to play in that Real Madrid squad. And he works hard. He runs. He doesn't walk about the pitch like Vinny. Doesn't walk about the pitch like Mbappe. He actually runs, works his ass off from left side to the right side. Works. So he's a wanted commodity right now, and I'm here for it. He was on fire, and we got a clip of him. I'm gonna run later on in the stream, but he was on fire. Pepper was running rings around us, man. If we come up against good counter-attacking sides this season, it's gonna be long. We have a good. We're playing against. I don't want to call Man United a counter-attacking side, but they don't have a blister in attack now, do they? When Danjuma scored that third goal, that counter-attacking goal, I thought Brian Mbeumo opening day or Sunday. And that's the type of goal that he scores. And Boateng, we can see us passing around, probing. Odegaard tries to break the lines, gives the ball away. They play it to Bruno. Bruno hooks it long, and Mbeumo is clean on through, running that riot. I am worried about us on the counter because even the Liverpool goal yesterday against the Palace equalizer goal. A team like your coaches will tell you from the grassroots level on up, you're most susceptible to concede a goal when you're attacking, when you're build up. Liverpool were actually building up. They weren't getting played through. It was Cody Gakpo's poor touch. I got caught on the ball, and they turned over, and Sarr was clean through with one pass. So whenever we're attacking, your fullbacks are in an attacking posture. They're out of position for a defensive shape. And one pass, and he was one-on-one with Allison. Of course, community setting. Yeah, man. That's what we do around here, man. He really woke up in the middle of the night to stream that. So that was 7 a.m. for him. That's why I had to catch it on the watchback. Not the watchback, but I caught it late. And I told him, because we were on stream yesterday, me and Matty and Waffle Don on the Five Guns podcast. And I told him, brother, that comes on 7 for you. You go live. That's 4 a.m. for me. Even though I do get up early, you're gonna start before I get you. But yeah, not a 300 pound a week, bro. Only at City pay that. You wouldn't pay Rodyrgo that. At the going rate, it's for top players, isn't it? Like the top players. Like if you're one of the best players in the world, like if say Lamine Yamal wanted to come to Liverpool, or let's say a more practical player coming to Liverpool, Isak. 300 pounds a week, 300K. Top striker money. Isak is a top striker. That's what he's gonna. That's the round the going rate, isn't it? You can blame part of that on Arsenal for jacking up the market, putting Havertz on 280. But I'm not sure how much Erling Haaland makes, but it's up there. But 300K a week, that's top striker money, top winger money. So I can see Liverpool paying it, 300 bags a week for for what's his name? For Isaac. He got brought the flames on himself. All right, so just quickly, let me get it out of the way. So last week, right? Last week, me and the Waffle Down were on, and we just touched on the egal thing. And this is essentially what I told Waffle was going to happen with the whole egal thing. Right? Do that. Like egal knows that he knows what he's doing, isn't it? Like,
yeah, of course.
So watch him make a TikTok today or tomorrow saying, "Look how I rattled, I got the internet. Look how I did." Like, he knows what he's doing, bro. Man is a full-blown troll. You know, he knows what he's doing. So the fact that he has all the big channels, yeah, that's what I said he was gonna do. He was gonna make a crazy take, and then watch in a day or two do a TikTok to say, "Look how rattled I got the internet." And in a day or two, what did he do?
Y'all listen.
Arsenal fans, rivals, who's ever watching this video, let me know who's right, let me know who's wrong, because I have absolutely pissed off a whole lot of people with my take, but I back myself, and I think I'm 100% right.
Wenger is still better.
He makes a TikTok. I said, he's going to say this, and then 1 or 2 days make a TikTok to say, "Look how rattled I got the internet." It's a troll. It's a classic troll move. I can call the bullshit from a mile away. Like, I know these people. I've always said he is a content creator that does football. He's not a football fan that makes content. It's clicks first, right? It's views first, Arteta second, and then the club third. I knew it. I knew exactly. I made sure I pulled the clip up so I could, not making this up. I said that last week. This is exactly what he was going to do. This is what people who seek attention do. What he's doing is essentially, he is provoking. It's like when you provoke someone and then play victim when they slap the shit out you. You can't. I knew exactly his exact words. Look how rattled I got the internet. That's what I said he was gonna do, and so said, so done. Like, these people, they're so easy to figure out. They're so easy to figure out. Just absolute madness. Big up to Kwaja, legend that is Kwaja, man. Big up to you, bro. Hope you are well. That shit he was saying about Wenger was out of line, brother. It was way out of line, but he knows what he was doing. He knows exactly what he was doing. He knows he was going to get traction. And then in 2-3 days, he'll make a TikTok saying, "Look how rattled I got the internet." I knew he would. I'll play it one more time for the people that's just do that. Like, egal knows that he knows what he's doing, isn't it? Like,
yeah, of course.
So watch him make a TikTok today or tomorrow saying, "Look how I rattled I got the internet. Look how I did." I'm gonna make a TikTok saying how rattled I got the internet.
Y'all listen.
Arsenal fans, rivals, who's ever watching this video, let me know who's right, let me know who's wrong, because I have absolutely pissed off a whole lot of people with my take, but I back.
That's exactly. He knew what he was doing. It wasn't an accidental take. He knew saying hyperbolic shit that has no merit to it would get him views. And at this point, I don't even blame egal. I'm not mad at egal. I don't want to cancel egal. I'm not into silencing and canceling people. Live and let live. Just don't watch it. I'm not subscribed to Egal Talks Football. I don't need Egal Steak to talk football. You know, I've been playing this game for 30-something years of all my life. It's the only sport that I'm good at. Right? I'm a fish out of water on the basketball course. I don't need them steaks to talk anything football, especially on Arsenal. But when you see the bullshit, you be like, I knew what this dude was on. You know what I'm saying? I knew exactly what he was on. So said, so done. Big up Tamika Nelson in the building. Hope you are well. Big up to Cooper 12. Where was I in the comments? Where was I? I was up by Kwaja saying the aim is to get to 2K and then 3K. So I'll pause there for a second, Kwaja. So tomorrow, see below my name in the screen, it says giveaway show tomorrow, because I am doing a giveaway tomorrow for getting to 1,600, because the 2K is too far away for me to show my appreciation. I want to show my appreciation for the community now. All right. So I see man hit 100K today and they didn't give away shit. You know, they take your money. They don't give you anything. I'm going to do the giveaway tomorrow. right here on stream. At some point during the stream, it will be a trivia question, right? It will be a random trivia question, and whoever gets it right first wins the prize of $100. Now, whatever. I'm sorry if you're in the UK and that works out to less in GBP, Great British Pounds. If you're in Jamaica, it works out to whatever. If you are in here, there, wherever, I hope something. You can buy you a drink, go to lunch, put some gas in your tank, whatever it is, courtesy of BBK Sports. My appreciation for you, man, and women, helping me get to 1,600K. But 2K will come, but that's a while off. But big up to Quaja, man. Big up to you. Big up to you, every single one. But yeah, the whole egal thing, it is what it is, right? That boy he just trolls. And the channels that bring him on, they bring him on for that reason. Like, why bring on a sensible Arsenal fans to talk boring facts when you can bring on egal that's gonna say some hyperbolic crazy shit, and he's gonna get you, thousands of views. Attention is currency in this line of thing, and that's why I am where I am, and them men are where they are. But truth be told, we do content for different reasons, isn't it? Matoma puts us over the top. Wouldn't matter if City got Rodyrgo or Poole got Isaac. You think so, boy? I do rate Matoma highly. I do. I rate Matoma highly as a footballer. I think his touch is clean. I think he does winger things. We have a winger that doesn't do any type of winger things. But to each his own, and Arteta prefers what he prefers. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what time he came in, but I caught him at minute number 17 and something. So right at the 18-minute marker.
Maybach music.
Roseo born stunner. I can blow money. 50 when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Follow me. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. Collar on my polo. Kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching out my watch.
Maybach music.
Big up to our boss of the chat.
Maybach music.
Boss of all the chat rooms on YouTube. The E-Ross, the boss is in the building, people. Big up to brother E-Ross every single time. Special big up when he checks into the BBK chat room. Big up to you, legend. Hope you are good, my bro. E-Ross. And I'm gonna assume you're giving us permission to continue the stream, my bro. Let me look at the chat. And there we go. All right. Now, some of you may have become an E-Ross casualty, because when I play the music for E-Ross, sometimes I completely lose track of the chat. So I apologize. Holland makes 400K a week. Yeah. So 300K for Isaac. Who's going to bang there or there about the same amount of goals as Holland? I can hear it. I can actually hear it. If Arteta is giving Matoma and he fumbles it while basically having a dribbling coach as one of the players, then he frankly deserves all that he gets. Yeah, facts. He should catch all kind of smoke right now. All kind of smoke. But we didn't even look at Matoma. Facts. We didn't look at Matoma. We looked at Madueke, a failed right winger at Chelsea, who was worse at left wing, but he's going to cook at left wing for us. But we got an actual left winger, proven, who could do the business. Make it make sense. They say if it makes sense, Arsenal won't do it. And that statement resonates a whole lot with me. Maybe we'll get Matoma when he's 32. Oh, my days. I'm going to have to start a couple of these comments so I can get caught up. Big up to Cooper. Big up to Dr. Seymour Butts. Mr. Battard said the only players making over 200K a week at Liverpool are VVD and Salah. And it took them over 7 years of proving themselves to get it. That we break that for Rodyrgo. Isak will be a different story. Now, Isak will be a different story, but Mr. Batter, that is the old way of doing things, right? The Liverpool old way of doing things. Now, you've seen this transfer window that Liverpool have moved FSG have moved unprecedented. Like, no one saw this coming. No one saw Liverpool smashing the transfer record twice in the same window. So FSG has shown that they can move with the time. Yeah. And you know, if there comes a time when you have to get into a spending war with Man City or a Newcastle in the future, at some point Liverpool may be inclined to have to do it. You know, but big up, yeah, that's a great point. But then you're gonna have to rely heavily on your scouting, because once players are made and become top world-class players, you're gonna have to pay them world-class money. You're gonna have to pay them top dollar. Because gone are the days where you're gonna go find a Mo Salah at Roma and pay 35 million for him and get this level of production out of him, or a Sadio Mane from Southampton to get that level of production from him. I don't know how much Bobby Firmino was from Hoffenheim, but I'm sure it wasn't a whole lot to get that level of production. So if you want to mortgage your future on scouting versus signing big name players and putting them on big money, you know, it's a risk, but it's worked out for you, man, quite well. So, you know, all good. Big up to Cooper, man. Community settings. Facts, these heterosexuals are not rhetorical Rhodes scholars chatting some of the most easily disprovable waffle around. I'm amazed at how far they will go. You know, like even yesterday on Five Guns, I was on with Cape in the group chat. You know, more along the lines of saying, you know, he agreed with Egal that Arteta is a genius. I'm like, a genius? Now, if he is a genius, what is Pep? Right? If he is a genius, what is Wenger? You see this participation trophy generation where everybody's a genius, everybody's a 10, everyone's a queen. No. Geniuses are rare. So if everyone's a genius, then no one's a genius. You know what I'm saying? I understand. So if he's a genius, well, the hell with a genius. We don't need a genius. We need a winner. You can keep the genius. And he may be a genius at something else. A genius, right? An exceptional intellectual individual is what I would deem a genius to be by the book definition. Don't verbatim, I don't know, but something along that lines. But is he a genius at football? Because that's what we need. Adam Morton is special. Seems he has a 60 mil evaluation. Super worth it. I'm surprised no one is in for him yet. Him and Baleba, I rate highly. Yeah, those are two badass players, man. And now that the Community Shield has played, maybe we see some movement. Because I saw Sky Sports this morning. Arsenal are in for Eze, but they're not. That's your reporting. That's journalism in 2025, you know. They're in for him, but they're not. Like, if you have nothing to say about it, don't say shit now. Like, give us something or shut up. You wouldn't give one of the two best left wingers on the planet $300K because for me, Rodyrgo or Carver is that I agree. He is. And if that's the case, if he has the pick of Arsenal, Liverpool, or City, he'll go to City because the chances of winning trophies at City are just as high, if not higher, than at Liverpool. And he'll be making more money. And be playing for the GOAT or the GOAT manager. You know, Pep sits at that table. You know, it depends on what the player's going, you know, if how long is Pep going to be there? That might be a thing for him. But I think he's absolutely worth $300K a week. And that's not because, you know, Kai is on 280 for market value, because I think that was a blunder contract. You know, lots of inauthenticity around Egal. Now, he's showed himself. So at this point, I don't even blame him. You know, but the other man, they bring him on their platforms knowing what they're getting, and he gives them that. So, you know, there's a reason why he gets invited to the terrace and not Shane. You know, there's a reason why when he goes on the terrace, or when Aaron goes on there, Aaron gets loads of abuse. And then the rivals will say, finally, an Arsenal fans will talk sense, but the mutants will abuse Aaron. You know, But that's what he does. He will provoke and then play victim. Big up to Darren. Big up to you, Beretta. Hope you are well, man. Hope you are well. Hope everything bless me, G. Maybach music. You know you're getting the Maybach music. Big up. You are right. That is it. Miss Nelson says. He guesses the. Oh my days. That's it. Egal is the Candace Owens of Arsenal. Unbearable, you know. Unbearable. I swear. Someone asked me one time who has the most punchable face. Egal, Bruno Fernandez, or someone. Who was it? There was someone else in there. But I was stumped. I was smacked in the middle. Like, I don't know. Let me not condone violence, but when Bruno is on the pitch rolling around like a little rat, you do want to punch him in the damn face, you know? Yeah, the Maybach music, man. You know Eros getting this montage every single time. You got Eros, listen to that. Eros. Listen, if I ever see anyone give Eros a tribute the way I tribute Eros, I'm flagging their content. I'm writing YouTube email and say, hey, copyright. The audacity of me using someone else's music and then copyright someone else for giving the Eros. Now, Eros is my guy. Yeah, you can big him up in the chat all you want to, but only I get to do the music. Yeah, so big up to every single one who's bigging up Eros. Big up to everyone who Eros is bigging up. One or the equivalent of a post exchange. Yeah, man, it's as high as the mistress will allow me to do. All right, so I actually have it here. I have it hidden. Here underneath. You know what I'm saying? So, but I won't be mailing it anywhere. You know, it'll be if you're in these United States, it will be Zelle, Cash App, whatever. If you're across the water, we'll figure it out. Right? But I will get it to you somehow. How do you see the season going? Says Dana. Top 4 relegation and stuff. So Dana, yeah, I got a prediction show coming this Thursday with the Reno boys. Where we'll do the top 6, and then the 3 teams that we're gonna relegate. But I think this year the top 6 resets, or the big 6 resets. Now the order that they'll reset in will be the topic of discussion and the meat of the content. But I think this year, 2025, 2026, the top 6 will be the top 6. In no particular order: Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Man United. I do. I know Man United sound like a wild card right now, but a whole lot of bandwidth from 15th to 6th. It's actually easier to go from 15th to the top 6, especially with the window that they've had, than it is to go from 2nd to 1st based on the window that we've had. Eros said, big up to Fight in the 1600 sub, one of the best YouTubers on here, period. The legend right here. Man, you're too kind, man. You're far too kind. You're far too kind. But big up to you, Eros, every single time, man. Just go in here and waffle. What happened with Egal just joined. So, it was last week. He was just, he made a couple of mad takes last week. And I kind of called him out. I didn't call him out per se, but I was telling the Waffle Don essentially what he was going to do was make a TikTok saying, look how I rattled, I got everyone. And so said, so done. He made a TikTok saying, I rattled everyone. So, but he's a classic provoke and play victim. Like whenever you see some of these videos floating around the internet of someone whooping someone else's ass, or you see police officers doing certain things, but it doesn't show what led up to the video. So people will do stupid shit, provoke something, provoke a situation, escalate a situation, and then conveniently turn on the phone when the person is reacting to what they did. So you only get one side of the story. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, Egal can't hide from his statements because the receipts are there. The receipts are there for everyone to see him just out here waffling. Wenger this, Wenger that, Wenger this, Wenger that. Man, Ricky Ross mashup brings so many more. Good morning. Yeah. Ross in the early 2000s was cooking up some stuff. I know he's made some newer stuff. I just keep these songs in the little thing here, and I just click on them. Big up to E Ross, man. Facts. Bringing on Egal on Panda is like inviting Pat Roberts or Sarah Palin. Yeah, it's just controversy sells, isn't it? You know, like right now, if you're a late night show and if you invited Chris Rock and Will Smith onto your show right after Will Smith slapped the shit out of him, you know, controversial, ratings through the roof. You know, that's what they do, man. So he knows, like, controversy sells. There go E Ross. Welcome in our newest viewer, Miss Nelson. Yeah, you know she's dongayad. I hear it, Mr. Batter said. The thing about the wage structure at Liverpool is based on his base is lower, but the bonuses are massive. Fair point. So most players since Klopp got to Liverpool are making top dollar in the end with their trophies. Spot on. Tamika say that's right. Yeah. Full blown Jamaican. 755 and rise and shine. What Arteta would say. Rise and shine. Big up to Yudi. What you saying, Yudi? Hope you are good, my bro. Alvin said, BBK, did they catch the dildo bandit? I don't know. So for those who don't know who the dildo bandit is, right? The WNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association, someone's been sneaking in the arenas and been throwing bright colored dildos on the court during the games, and it's created a massive controversy. Alvin asked me yesterday, what happens first? Do they catch the dildo bandit or Arteta gets sacked? I don't even think the dildo bandit wants to get. I don't think they want to catch him because it's bringing attention to the league that no one watches. So, yeah, but they just can't keep allowing that to happen for another 4 or 5 months. Arteta will be in the job for another 2-3 months at least. You know, I think it will be I've already alluded to the slow start. If we start slow, he might be in trouble. But even if he's in trouble, won't mean they will act right away in it. So, yeah. The guy was on some next level thing, Arteta over Wenger. Right, the levels that he will go, Brenny. Big up to Brenny K74. Hope you are well, brother. My friend. Glad to have you around these parts. Subscribe on the video if you haven't. Glad to have you. I don't think I've seen that name around here, but you are welcome to join this side of the fence. Even if you're not, your presence is still welcome. So big up to you. That's a copyright infringement fast. BBK said, BBK intro only. Yeah, right. I will find them. You know, like the Taken when Liam Neeson said, I will find you. Yeah, I will find you. I have the ability to find people, you know. Yeah, I can find them. So, yeah. Man said, Candice. I was, Candice. Yeah, Candice. Candice will make one good point about something and then make another 1,000 crazy points. You'll be like, Candice, I was with you on this until you said that. Yeah. Oh, Wenger don't even rate Arteta. I don't even think Pep rates Arteta. That's why they want to keep him in the job. If you are Pep, Pep wanted Klopp gone because at least Klopp made him lose sleep. Klopp made him lose sleep. No one is losing sleep over Mikel. As long as he's there competing there or thereabouts, we're calm. We're calm. He can do the light bulb thing. But we are calm. Smash up the likes, Mr. Batters. Then let's get to 30 or 40. We're on 19 likes, people. 21 watching, 19 likes. I can't be mad at that. Just hope that the new people who pops in, they'll hit the likes. If that TV character Cal, you had one night stand with Kendall Owens, that you got right there. I tell you what, Egal has made a lot of Arsenal fans, especially Arsenal fans in the UK, hate people from Canada, or hate people from this side of the world, period. Right? To the point where I have to put out the full-blown disclaimer. Like, brother, I've been watching Arsenal long before I lived in America. I lived in places like England might be the home of football, so to speak, But I've lived in places where football runs deeper than in England. You know what I'm saying? I've lived in Jamaica, Japan, Germany. Like German football, grassroots football is different, brother. It's different. That's why when the Germans get together for international break, you notice they don't need time to gel because they play a certain way. The Spanish Federation as well. Whenever the English players get together, regardless of what league they play in, they need time to gel and play together because Pep system and that guy's system and this guy's system. That's why the golden generations of English players don't really win. Dude said Wenger would win the league if he wouldn't win the league if he was given $1 billion to spend like Arteta. And sure, we can get a pedantic and say 830 or whatever the number is. Brother, I think Unai Emery would have won something. Maybe not the league. Not saying he wouldn't have won the league, but I think Emery crossed out Mikel's name and put Unai Emery there, and you keep him through the shit. You keep him through the storm. Remember, Ruben Amorim said we're going to suffer. Let's just say we kept Unai Emery through the suffering and gave him this amount of money. Guarantee you, we would have won something. 3 of those Europa League cracks, he would have picked up one of them. That's his cup. He had one crack at it and made it to the final. People forget that. That team that Mikel took over in December 2019, yeah, made it to a European final in Baku, in Azerbaijan. And then Mikel proceeded to go to have 3 more cracks at it and got knocked out every single time to Olympiacos and to guess who the second time? Yep. Unai Emery with Villarreal at the Emirates. Then Sporting and Ruben next year, the following season. I think Unai Emery, Wenger would have definitely. Wenger, you think Arteta could get top forward Shamak and Benayoun and shit? No. Big up to the Waffle Don. Big up to you, the Waffle Don. The Don that doesn't waffle. I see you, my bro. You know, we call you the Waffle Don because he don't waffle, you know. The Don speaks real shit. Like some things in the English language just don't make any sense, you know. Like how you park in your driveway and you drive on a parkway. Classic English language ass backwardness, just like the Waffle Don. The Waffle Don does not waffle, people. Do not let the name fool you. Candice catches strays in a football stream. Imagine that. Yeah, Candice will catch a stray every now and then, man. But Wenger with 500 million free spending is winning the league. Brother. People forget he would have handled the academy grads much better. But Ethan and Max Dowman and Skelly would cook under Wenger. Like I urge people to go watch. People who are followers of egal, I urge you to go watch 19-year-old Jack Wilshere against Barcelona in the Champions League at the Emirates against Sergio Busquets and Xavi and Iniesta. 19, you know. 19. Let's not even talk about Cesc. Cesc is Cesc. But because Jack Wilshere didn't hit the heights because of injuries, people forget. Go look at his debut, Champions League debut, 19, against Busquets, who I rate highly. Just the clip. Don't even have to watch the whole game. I don't understand how Candice got so much traction. She talks about some conspiracy theory and she gets the traction. She knows how the internet is. You know? It's just fickle and clickbait with a bad headline, you know? So when are we getting a Spotify playlist for the Maybach music? Looks fire. You know what? You know, write that down. I'm taking notes. Big up to Dana. Yeah, I like that. Said the dildo. Yo, man, I said the dildo bandit is just tearing up TikTok. Like there are people in Vegas are placing bets on what color is the next one going to be. because they are some mad colors. It's not black or whatever. It is like pink and fluorescent neon green and shit. You know, it's yeah. I might check the odds later and see what game is on. Like the next time Caitlin Clark plays, I think she's injured right now, and there's gonna be a lot of eyes on the game. You might see the Dildo Bandit strike. Just Western that money to me right now. Tomorrow, my brother, tune in tomorrow for the giveaway. But we have to big up the community, man. The community helped me get to 600. Brother, I didn't even know I'd get to 600. You know? Because most of my content when I started was basketball anyway. That's why it's BBK Sports. I was doing NBA Wednesdays and all that stuff and around the leagues. But, you know, football is the passion, yeah? People only watch Caitlin. The rest of the WNBA is dead, yeah? But they tune in now that there's interest now. As people want to see who the actual Dildo Bandit is. You know? Matter of fact, there might be multiple because, you know, the real Dildo Bandit might have inspired Dildo Bandit number 2. E-Rod said, let's go Shakira Augustine. That's my Shakira Austin. That's my girl right there. Love her. I can't answer me watching after egal after that nonsense, but I can't. I don't. That's some people just use him for rage bait. I know Terry Flowers do it. Like I used to notice that Terry Flowers would only bring Northside on his platform after a loss. That way, the toxic positivity fans in his chat could abuse him because Northside energy has been consistent. But what did they think they were going to get when he came onto the panel, especially after a loss? I see quite a few shows used to do that. Big up to Hendo and everyone watching. Hot today here in London. Yeah, we got some hot breeze here too now. Like today and tomorrow is going to be pretty hot. Now, Hendo, I did see you ask a question the other day about the incident with the firearms and the lawsuit and all that about the pistol. I didn't get the answer because it was the chat. I didn't want to hijack the chat. But yeah, the 6 hour brother, it's not my favorite. Like I said, I'm a Glock guy. Because the Glock has a drop safety. And the story that I've read about it is, they're doing a accidental discharges. Like in my line of work, there's no such thing as the accidental discharge. We call it negligent discharge. The only time a round actually goes off inside of a weapon is when there's a cook off. And those usually happens to machine guns when the barrels get so hot. It's a live round sitting in the chamber and it gets so hot that it cooks off. So might be mechanical failure somewhere, but especially the 320, because it's some of them are hammerless design, some of them use a steer. It could be mechanical failure, but there was some human error in there as well. But we'll get into that, at a different time. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I didn't forget your question. Big up to you. And I digress. Caitlin Clark trying to legitimize the NBA. Yeah, they're gonna have to ride her coattails to the longest point because there's actually interest with her because she can actually play. She can actually play. So big up to her. 20 likes. Yes, big up Kwaja. Big up to Kwaja every single time. Where was I at? Tony. Big up to Tony. Tony, you should have joined the damn stream yesterday, man. 5 guns. I had questions for you, my brother. But big up to Tony every single time. Tony Clarguna TV, who has dubbed Victor Gyökeres, he calls him Victor Gyökeres, the most dangerous striker in the world. Have you fixed your mic? I'll tell you what, next time Tony comes on BBK Sports, I will do a sound check backstage before we come out. Yeah, I will not have it outshadow me with his loud ass. A big up to the Waffle Don. Literally, any experienced manager given the amount of time, money, and patience, unquestioned authority. I like the unquestioned authority part. And fraud and support for Arteta receive would have won major honors with half the money spent. That's a fact. That is a fact. We just seen a man come into Liverpool and spend $8 million on a player that they hardly ever use and walk the league. Ola Moani would prefer to join Juventus over Newcastle United. Newcastle can't catch the flu at this point. Right. Yeah, it's long. It's long for that damn Jody Dread. The Night Owl. I don't think I'm on the Night Owl today, but tomorrow on the night out. We'll cook them. They just signed a new center back or something. Yep, big up to him. But yeah, Newcastle. I think they do get Worcester though. I think they do get Worcester over the line. No other manager in any sport across human history have been back this much, win nothing, and still keep their job, and paid that handsomely. We know now that it's not off merit, you know. My theory on why he is paid that handsomely is because he just needed to be a shield between us and the board and the Cronkies. But the Cronkies have actually spent. So they don't need the shielding as much at this point. Now Arteta needs a shield. Well, he has a shield, right? He has the top gooners. He has the egals and the Bavses at the big level, and at this level, you know, he has KP and Gunner Street and all these men who thinks he's a genius. He's an absolute genius. Okay, so why hasn't he won? Okay, replacing low blocks. Okay, if you're a genius, you figure out how to beat the low block. You know, there's always an excuse for him. There's always an excuse. Big up to the chat, says the Waffle Don. That 2-1 match was epic. Probably one of my favorite matches to watch. We got done bad in the second leg with that red card. Yeah, brother. People forget. And that was prime. That was the Barcelona. You know, that was the Barcelona when no one gave us a chance. We cooked them. Jack was 19. You set up good players and give them a good system to play in. Brother. Come on, man. What are we saying? Where are we at? I'm almost caught up. See a cover right. That's funny. Yes, Tony can be heard on mute. Oh my days. Big up to Jesse Gooner in the building. Big up to you, bro. No, I'm getting through all of them, man. I will not leave them on red. They do a chill mojito. Brother, mojito sound real good on a hot day like this. I'm definitely leaving work early today. Because it's supposed to be 94 degrees today. In Celsius, that's over 30. So I'm definitely leaving early. Slap up the likes, new viewers at the sub button, and support the channel road to 2K. I told you the waffle down don't waffle. I told you. Listen, Guna, blessings. Blessings up onto you, my brother. Mr. Batter, the BBK All-Star, says, how many goals you expected from the Arsenal team this Premier League season, and what is your prediction for the spread in the team? That is a great question, Mr. Batter. How many goals am I expecting from Arsenal? So the previous season, 23-24, we scored 91 goals. I got 89 points with a goal difference of like 69. This past season, we scored 69 goals. So I'm going to say we are going to score anywhere. I have to give you a range in it, Mr. Batter. So I'll say we score 80 to 84 goals this season. I think Jokeres gives me 18 to 24. So okay, let me do this. Let me get the calculator out. Yeah, give you a proper answer. Yeah. So I think Victor Jokeres gives me 18 to 22. So let's call that 20. Yeah. I say Saka gives me 15-ish. I say Madueke gives us 1. No, okay. Madueke gives us 3. The Martinelli give us same as he did last year, 8. I'll say Odegaard 3 last year. I'm asking you to W output, my guy. Not Odegaard. At attacking midfielder for Arsenal Football Club, you got to give me 9 goals. Moreno gives me 7. Declan gives me 6. Gabriel gives me, he's going to knot in about 4 offset pieces. Kelly gives me 4. Saliba punches 2 in. Timber gives me 2. Couple from the bench. Just the bench in the whole. I'll say, okay. Give me 10 goals from the no, man. That's pushing it. give me 8. Yeah, so 86. 86 goals. Give me 86 goals. Now, whether that's enough will depend on how much we can see it in it. But yeah, I say 86 goals. So 80, 84 to 88, we'll sit in the middle right there. Yeah, I'll come back to this stream. I'll come back to this stream soon. So you never had a desk pop? Never had a desk pop. I am people who have desk pops or people who aren't really comfortable with firearms. Like I'm a armament technician by trade, right? I'm small arms to the big guns, anything from a Beretta, a Glock to a 777 howitzer to an M1 Abrams tank and all that, right? So that's my thing. And all firearms, anything that shoots has 4 basic fundamentals, right? They have a breech or a locking mechanism, a receiver that houses the mechanism, barrel, and a trigger assembly or means to fire it. So yeah. But yeah, big up, man. Appreciate your expert view on the incident. Yeah, man. But yeah, there is no such thing as an accidental discharge. Firearms are made to, the direct manipulation of the trigger. Onana back in training for Man United and should be fit for the match on Sunday against Arsenal. Yes, put him in there. Put him in there. Yep. You all know what they say about black goalkeepers. I can say that without being canceled. Yeah, I see. So many YouTubers are scared to say it. One of us have to bait them in to say it. But Onana is trash. Absolute trash. Tony can be heard on mute. And BBK. And whenever you hear said Tony used as a conjunction to go into a whole nother soliloquy. Tony will ask you a damn question and answer the question. You forgot the damn question. I swear. But I love that guy. Big up to Tony. The worst thing about Arteta's billion is that out of the 30 players he signs, only a handful are good quality. The Rex are Crocs and or Ross. Yeah. $1 billion spent and it's, hey, we need more. I'm short. It's like that one family member that just keeps borrowing money. After 5 years, you have to sit that one family member down and be like, hey, you need to tell me why you're not on your feet. Come on now. I can't have that. Arsenal Football Club, I like that family member who owes you money. Not even family member, a friend, anyone who owes you money. And then they come into some money. And instead of paying you back, they book a vacation. You're looking at man's Instagram story, man's WhatsApp status, and man is in Ibiza. Bro, you owe me $3,000. And you're in Ibiza. You're in Cancun, brother. Like, what are we doing? At least 1 goal guaranteed for Arsenal then. Man. Oh, my days. Well, man. Big up to the Latvian Gooner in the building. Make sure you are going and subscribing to Latvian Gooner. Latvian Gooner streams every day at 8 p.m. UK time. Prime time for streaming. So Latvian Gooner, you get some great content over there, great interactions in the chat because that is prime time to stream. I'm not ready for that yet. One, there's way too many. There's so much competition in that time slot. But Latvian Gooner holds his own. You will get great content over there. So big up to Latvian Gooner, formerly known as Mr. Robo. Big up to H-Town Rocket. I see you, bro. Glad to have you. Welcome to the BBK family. Eze, do you think it gets none? Nope. I think we only announce from this point on is re-signings. Saliba re-signs, just like Ethan re-signed, and outgoing. That's it. I do not. Now, I'll be over the moon if Eze signs, but I don't think it gets done now. So, I would have liked to have Eze in the squad going to Old Trafford on Sunday. But even if we saw breaking news right now, and Eze was holding up a shirt, I don't think he features on Sunday. Too soon. Big up the H-Town Rocket. Glad to have you. That T-Mac trying to block the shot for Carmelo in his Denver number 15 jersey with the headband. That is a mad one, H-Town Rocket. Hopefully, when the NBA season starts, you tune in for NBA Wednesdays as well. Wasted at least 750. Wild to conceptualize. 750. 750. 85. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Must. He must. The ultimate must. But we've put plenty of must on Arteta, and he didn't must. And those are also big facts. Mikhail created the same problem he and Edu complained about all or nothing on an even worse scale. And somehow he's getting sacked. This is brother. I'm glad you put this comment because this was gonna be my response to your first comment. The lack of self-awareness is laughable. Man is the ultimate gaslighter, man. The ultimate gaslighter. Did y'all see Aubameyang on Saturday playing for Olympique Marseille? He looked razor sharp, scored 2 cracking goals. Strikers are gonna look sharp playing for teams with, that play a certain brand of football and play with other good players around them. It's only our manager that feels that he needs to stifle the attacking prowess or the flair that's in the player. Put some flair back into the damn players, man. Players want to play. Like I want to sit somebody on his ass and bang one in the top corner. But he's just supposed to recycle the ball, just like Uncle Flop Grealish. The only thing I've seen on Marseille was Mason doing Mason things. Mason looks good now. If only someone is willing to absorb that PR nightmare, bring him to their football club, he would actually cook in the Premier League. It can't be us. I am sorry. I rate Mason Greenwood so highly. I think he's better than Foden and all these men. 2-footed. The boy is bad. But after the Partey thing, we can't have none of that. Arsenal players, they better be walking around eggshells around any women they are with right now. Because they know one phone call to anyone at Arsenal or to the magistrate or someone say, an Arsenal player did this, you are done. Because they can't do the Partey thing again. And be like, oh, we're going to wait. And no. Any kind of essay, anything, you better walk a straight line. Personal conduct off the field if you're an Arsenal player, you better not. You better cross the street, you see somebody that look like they might say something to you. Yeah, and though Always still looks class, should have never let him go, would have been a great option off the bench. How old is Alba now? I was reading something yesterday, and the article was talking about Ozil, and it says the 36-year-old. And I was like, 36? Ozil is still only 36. The way his career was ended, you thought, man, Alba's 36 as well. Will be, turn 36 this year. Turn 36 in June. Still cooking. Big up to Alba, man. At BBK, of course, Onana will play like prime Michael on Sunday. Well, if we're peppering the goal, we're going to get one. We're going to get a couple in there. I think Gyökeres gets by him. I want to see that son bitch pick the ball up out of his net at least 4 times. That's what I want to see. That's not what I'm going to predict. Yeah, I want to see him. I want to see him have a blunder. I want to see him have an assist. I want him to roll a ball straight out the sock up. And he's trying to do this, and it slips out of his hand. Pardon me, the Sky Sports got the Arsenal training ground thing in the background. I'm watching that. They get my attention whenever they pop up on the screen. Onana was studying De Gea on Saturday so he can reprise his iconic performance. That one was at the Emirates, wasn't it, when De Gea made like 20 saves? Did you see the image of Granata getting a tattoo in Pepe? Nah, I didn't. Is he a Chelsea player yet? Because he's coming to us, but he got to go through Chelsea. So he has to go to Chelsea, flop there, then come to Arsenal. That's how that goes. Boy. BBK Latvian Guna, facts, 80 to 90 goals scored in the Premier League means that they're likely in contention for honors. Also helps to judge the player's performance at the end of the season. Yeah, anything lower than that, then That's another red flag that the manager can coach an all-out attack because he has everything he needs. Use the license of your best defense to go attack teams because you know you can defend. Just because you can defend is not an invitation to invite people onto you. Stop it, Mikhail. Stop it. Please, if you haven't liked the stream already, please do so, like Brother E. Ross has told us. Mr. Barrett, I'm a bit confused about Gyökeres. I would love him to score 20 plus goals in the Prem and 30 in all comps. But people call me deluded. Hard not to say given the chances we miss. Yeah, 18 or 22 goals. That's the 18 the minimum. You're the lead in the line for Arsenal Football Club. 20 plus goals in the Prem is not a tall order. It's not. 25 likes. Yes, people. Yes, I appreciate. When Havertz made that run and scored the other day, I literally wonder if you were his motivation. Brother, I'd never seen him run that fast in my life. Matter of fact, I said it. I gave him his credit. I thought he was the best goal of the lot. It was the best goal of the three. It was a fantastic goal. I've never seen him run that fast. And I've never seen him absorb contact in the box and stay on his feet. I see him fall on his feet with no contact. I seen him tackle himself, trip over places, trip over the turf. He absorbed contact and stayed on his feet and put it in the far corner. I'm like, this is what happens. Now, I tell you what, I am glad that Gyökeres has scored because if Gyökeres did not score, the noise would have been started again. Who starts on Sunday? Because Havertz came on and scored. He came on and scored in 20 minutes. Gyökeres didn't score in 70. So I'm glad that Victor did his thing. And even if Victor didn't score, I thought he played well. Should have scored 2 headers, really. He should have did the thing twice that people said he can't do. But rather, Havertz, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, okay, he's gonna miss. He's gonna miss it. But nah, credit to him. He is useful in that capacity, and I appreciate it. When it's 2-goal lead, he comes on and he kills the game. He's useful in that. Just like in the Man City game. When we beat them 5-1, we're up 2-0, he comes on and he cooks. But when it was 0-0, he puts it wide. If that's a game winner, if it was a 0-0 game still, maybe the pressure gets to him. But in that capacity, when we're flying, Havertz does well. I concur if he hits those numbers. Mr. Wahaha said, I dropped my support for United if that ever got back. Yeah, he can't come back to the PR nightmare. Mason Greenwood, come on mute. England now pick you again. Yeah, he needs to go home. No one wants to absorb that PR nightmare, whether it's an international level or club level. And it damn sure can be Arsenal. Not after that Partey blunder. But yeah, AJ, stay in. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out. It really does. Mr. Barrett, I do too, but knowing Arteta's squad management, I am worried. Like, there is no one who is sane who's not going into the season worried about the Arteta tax. The Arteta tax is there. We are hoping that these band of brothers, that these players will play for one another and overcome the Arteta tax. Like, Gaffer, the tactic is not working. Gyökeres drops, picks up the balls, and just runs at 2 defenders. Bullies them. Slap one in there. I think we plateau at second. That's a fair take. That is a fair take. Dr. Seymour Butts, big up to you, my bro. Thank you for your time, and we will see you later. See you next time. Blessings to you, my bro. Ciao. Big up to Godfrey. Godfrey, what you saying, bro? EBK All-Star, the legend that is Godfrey. Big up to you, man, every single time. Nacho Flops at Chelsea. We will start Mudrick. Don't we, though? Don't we? We love the madness. We love the fuckery. Like we're saying in Jamaica. Oh, my days. What we got? Arteta is looking as to when Mudrick's jug. When does his jug ban end? Because he signed like an 8-year deal, didn't he? He signed a death row contract. And I thought he was gonna. I was like, oh, come on, Kai, come on, Kai. But he did the business. Hold the clap, hold the clap. He has to give us 8 goals. Give me 8 goals, 8 assists from midfield, Odegaard. I don't. It's not a tall order for the captain, attacking midfielder, playing in an attacking position. You know, come on, man. Come on, he has to. He has to. Mikhail bin Laden playing terrorist football in charge. That's what he does, man. Mikhail just the tax is real. The tax is real. No one can just pretend like the tax isn't there. Like we see, oh, the tax, he will try to shoehorn someone into the midfield that don't need to be there the way he did against Villa in the 2024 run-in. But I'm actually surprised that he wasn't linked with Jack Grealish on loan. Surely Grealish would choose Arsenal over Everton so he can play Champions League football. But I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You know, men in London will be drunk in every damn bar, stumbling out every weekend. You know, it's a mad one. What we got? What a series, man! What a series! David, Private Ryan, and all that. Mikhail, music. Is a challenging season enough this season, or is it Premier League title or bust? Now, it's not a Premier League title or bust for me. I know people who are more lax than me, but I'm saying if Mikhail does a domestic double, well, it depends on where we can't be 15th and shit, right? But if he wins the FA Cup and a Carabao, the challenging is enough with those. I'm calm with that. I can't sit here every day and slate him for not winning. Then he delivers 2 trophies, and I'm still miserable and angry. No. But let's just say in a crazy world, he does the domestic double and a Champions League. I don't care where we finish. You could be 15th, all I give a damn. As long as it's 17th or higher. You know, give me a 15th place finish and 3 trophies. Oh, shit. All day long. And then there'll be people asking for him to be sacked, but I wouldn't care. I'd be like, he stays. You win, you stay. That's always been my position. I will not change. Like Amarim said, I will not change. No. You win, you stay. Don't, you move on. You know? Yeah, that's it. Get paid handsomely. I'd expect you to win something, my brother. 16 GA expectation for Odegaard is fair. I'm expecting 20 GA for Bertz. Bertz looked good yesterday, Mr. Barrett. So, you know, I think he's looking like, hey, get me this Swedish guy. You know, what I'm hearing when Ekatike came off yesterday, there was the attack kind of looked flat. Not sure how true that was because I didn't get to see the second half. We are all talking about Mikhail and trophies. We all know he's anti-successful. Oh, my days. But who knows, man? Who knows? It's been done. See y'all later. Big up to Dr. Steve Butts. And I have made it through the comments. People. And it's Monday. It's Monday, and it's physical therapy time. I want to thank each and every one of you that tuned in today. Latvian Guna, Mr. Batter, Dr. Steve Butts, Miss Nelson, Godfrey, Darren Martin, every single one of you. Big up to you. Handle every single one. Hey, brother, this brother be bending my leg. Like, brother, you're big up to BX Gun in the building, man. Appreciate you checking in, bro. I'm just about to sign off and go do some physical therapy. But big up to you every single time. Arsenal get Eze. It ain't happening. It ain't happening, brother. I'm at it. The Waffle Down asked me 1 out of 10 who I think Eze comes. 1. Closer to the more the time goes on, it's closer to a 0. But yes, people. Absolute legends of the building. Big up to Jason Dooner again. Every single one of you people. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time. I have to pause. I was about to log off and Mark jumps in with a comment. Hey, I have an issue with Madueke. He can't play alone on the wing. He needs players near him to combine and have a shot for the goal. He is not like Saka who can be the player. I think he can be the player, just not on that side. And I see him. What annoyed me about Madueke, there were things that he did that I was like, okay, he's done that well. But when the ball is on your dominant foot and you're crossing the ball and you can't beat the first man, that annoys me. You're a professional footballer. You have to beat the first man with the ball. Come on. You're playing on the left wing with your left foot. Come on, get a good crossing. Just go look at tape of Kieran Tierney whipping in crosses. That's what you do. So yeah, big up to Mark for that comment. Yes, people, I have to sign off. We'll do some therapy to get this ACL back. The goal is to be off the crutches by 1 September. 1 September is the date to get off the crutches. Still on track. Yeah, big up to every single one of you. Big up to Mark. Big up to the Waffle Don. There's nothing lacking match sharpness. Well, you better get it. You better get it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because we don't have time. We don't have time. We're cutting close. We're cutting close. Like I always say, people, it's just preseason. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.